Hey, folks. Hello. Let's make sure everything is coming through. Perfect. And then we'll double check things here in a second. Um, I'm going to start off here on a bit of a somber note. I just, I had heard something about this earlier and I wasn't sure. I just received confirmation about it earlier before the stream started. Um, Friend of the show, Liam Neeson Schultz, passed away earlier this month, and I just wanted to take a moment to publicly thank him for a couple of things. I met Liam. We were in the same fraternity in college. I was an alumni actually by the time Liam had joined. Uh, Same fraternity chapter that Connor and Jared were a part of, and um, I didn't really have much of a personal relationship with Liam. I was trying to get my personal career off the ground, my professional career off the ground, trying to like fit into corporate America and like do the thing, right? Do the thing that everybody was like, "Oh yeah, this is what you're working to do," right? And um things happen. The chapter no longer exists, and Liam just made an impact on me because he was very it was a shitty situation for him. It was a shitty situation for him, and he left college a little bit after that to go do his own thing. And I just want to shout out some of that work here. Um, he was a really incredibly talented director, photographer, cinematographer, editor, uh, just a guy with an incredible eye and like feeling, like shit that people are born with. Like, yes, you can learn how to do this, and you can hone that skill over a 30, 40, 50 year career. Liam was just putting this stuff out in his early 20s and building relationships and growing a career for himself, where I saw it and I looked at it and I was like, I want to be doing that. Um and so in that way, he's a big inspiration for this podcast, everything that I'm doing in my career now. um yeah, let's take a second and let me full screen this, and we're gonna watch some of the stuff that he made, because I just think it's really worth it. And there's no time like the present. So let me just fix some things here. um yeah, we're gonna just full screen um this piece right here. I mean, like, again, this is just stuff you can't really, you could teach, but like at an age where Liam was and like what he was doing, it was just so incredible. Just like the way that he was visualizing things and capturing things, the brands that he was working with too, really incredible. Yeah, this is his reel, like his short reel. Um, but yeah, just boo- doo- doo- doo. Again, just incredible eye for color as well. This is promo for the Drexel hockey team. Um, but yeah, just incredible work. You know, and again, for somebody of his age and what he was doing, um, really incredible. I brought him on at my old job to do some stuff, um, because honestly, I wanted to work with him. Like, that's straight up end of story. Like, I wanted to work with him, and I had I was like, I saw an opportunity, and I was like, okay, let's do this. And then I really wanted to get in on the ground floor with him. And I was like showing people the work, and I was like, hey guys, like, we want to get in on this early because he's good. And later, when he's winning awards and stuff and doing incredible things beyond what he's already achieved, we want to say, hey, this guy did this for us early in his career, right? Get him now. And while I only worked with him on some re-edits of some stuff, and there was really an opportunity where I felt like, hey, we could have definitely gotten him in apart from a different vendor. It's the past. It is what it is. I wanted to take a second to honor and remember Liam because we really haven't done it publicly, or I didn't really have a lot of information on it. I didn't have all my thoughts together on it. His family has asked that if you want to give any money, the show will be giving some money. I will be donating some money personally as well. You can donate it to Congregation Beth Or, which is a synagogue out in the Philadelphia suburbs in Dresher, I believe. I've heard of them. They're good. But again, yeah, in Maple Glen. But I believe this was his family's synagogue, the congregation that they were a part of. But again, just want to honor, remember Liam, a really incredibly talented guy, really nice guy, very approachable. Despite how nervous I was to work with him and talk with him, because of the things that he was doing at such a young age. So again, Liam, may your memory always be a blessing, buddy. I really appreciate you, and I want to thank you for inspiring me to go out on my own and do this all by myself. Yeah. Last thing. Life is hard. Things are hard right now. I totally get that. If you need people to talk to, Seashell Pod on Instagram. Please DM me. I'd be happy. I'm there. I've been there. Things are a lot better than they used to be. I'll tell you what. I removed a lot of stressors out of my life, and I have changed my perspective on certain things. And listen, it's not perfect. It's never going to be perfect. I'm working on things. But your friends are here for you. Your loved ones are here for you. There are resources, services, options. There are options, folks. So I just wanted to hit on that and talk about that briefly here before we talk about the wrestling stuff, before we play some more video games. I wanted to take a second to honor and remember Liam, and again, thank him for being an inspiration to push boundaries, to do cool things, to create for yourself, honestly. So thank you again, and may your memory always be a blessing. All right. I need a minute, so we're going to take a minute. We're going to go back to the title and the song, and I'm going to be back in 3 minutes. I just need a second here, folks. All right, cool. Thank you very much. Okay, and we are back here. Let me actually fix one thing, and we're all good. We're all back. Woohoo! Thank you if you're still with us after I talked a little bit about Liam there. It kind of just popped up on my radar before we got started, and I wanted to take a second to really just put out some feelings I had. So, because that's what this is all about, folks. This is my personal thoughts and feelings about things. So let's just make sure that we're hearing audio here. Woo! So let's just make sure that we're hearing audio here. Cha-cha-cha. Woo! Cha-cha-cha.
What do you want, Taker?
Save your hostility for the ring, Benoit.
Okay, we gotta
I came
fix
to tell you
this.
that I look forward to laying our differences to rest at No Mercy.
Okay, we gotta fix this.
Aren't you forgetting about somebody?
He is a distraction. This began between the two of us, and by all rights, it should end between the two of us.
I hope you're not suggesting that we form some kind of alliance. Because I don't care which one of you I have to force to tap out tonight.
I'm not suggesting anything of the kind. I've said all I came to say.
Okay, there we go.
Actually,
On.
there is one more thing. I hope you have no illusions that you will make me submit tonight.
Oh, and we got vibration here too? Sweet. Excellent. We're in a great place. We're in a great place. So triple threat match here. El Default versus Undertaker versus Chris Benoit. I cannot wait for this storyline to be over. Should I have picked a different SmackDown versus Raw? Potentially. But I have heard that 07 is the best game. The best edition. He is a fabulous co-commentator on AXW with Cowboy Pete Carter, who has been on our YouTube channel at least before.
You've got to think that a triple threat match like this would favor a superstar like The Undertaker, Taz. It's hard enough to garner a victory over The Undertaker in the best of circumstances.
Maybe, maybe not. I know the other two guys in this match don't see eye to eye. But if they decide to team up against him, it could be bad news for the dead man.
All right, and we move on here.
Talking about your rotten luck, it was an order from Teddy Long to put this man in the middle of the rivalry between Benoit and The Undertaker, and he's been paying for it ever since.
You see it as a bad thing, Cole, but I see it as a good thing. Let's face it. Even if he loses here tonight, an impressive showing against superstars like Benoit and The Undertaker counts for something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we just need to gain more experience.
Good evening, and welcome to Smackdown, coming to you tonight from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hot Atlanta is fired up tonight, Cole. No doubt about it, baby. And I'm just as pumped up as this sellout crowd.
With good reason, Taz. You and I both know what's coming, and these fans are definitely getting their money's worth tonight.
There's no doubt that The Undertaker is one of the most impressive superstars ever to set foot in the WWE ring. But you know what, Cole? You're only as good as your last match.
How can you say that, Taz? The dead man has proven himself time and time again. I highly doubt that would change if he lost this match, which I don't think he's in danger of doing, by the way.
Taker's earned his rep, no doubt about that. No one's disputing that. But you gotta know when to call it a day, Cole. There's a fine line between legend and has-been.
I can't believe you can sit here and even imply that The Undertaker might be a has-been. That could be hazardous to your health.
Hey, Cole, don't put words in my mouth. The dead man has been on top of this business for a very long time. But the thing about being on top is there's nowhere to go but down.
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
No surprise there, Cole. that WWE fans ain't exactly known for keeping their opinions to themselves.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. And he's going for the submission.
And he might get it. He's got that hold locked in. Submission hold locked in. We may see a tap out right here.
And even if you can't make your opponent tap out, this will take a lot of fight out of him.
And here we go in the submission hold. This could be a pivotal moment in this match.
It sure could. There's a lot of pressure being applied in that hold, Cole. Wow, look at that submission. I ain't never seen it executed better.
Neither have I, partner. And this might be enough to get the tap out right here.
I think Benoit might have lost a step or two when he took that little vacation from Smackdown. You know what I'm saying? We all know that the competition on Raw isn't exactly impressive. I think Benoit might have gotten a little rusty.
What? He's got him covered. And here's a little something for the fans. That's why they love him.
You know what? But who cares what they think? All he's doing here is giving his opponent a chance to recover.
I think we're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight, Taz.
It's a great thing to hear, Cole. I'm all in favor of freedom of expression, whether I agree with what they're saying or not.
AEW definitely has. Let me turn down the game audio a little bit here, so I don't feel like I'm yelling over myself.
There's the submission hold.
So the thing with at AEW is they have smoke machines on the floor, right? It's like a smoke and light machine.
See another one right here.
But I swear to God, I think they put something in the smoke, in like the mist,
I'll tell you what,
to make it smell like maple syrup.
He'll get the heck out of there.
This superstar is all fired up.
Now, if you ask me, there is a stereotype about wrestling fans having mediocre hygiene, but I will tell you this. I not only washed my legs, I washed my feet,
I don't think there's ever been a more dominant superstar in WWE than the legendary dead man, The Undertaker.
Yeah, but you can only stay on top of the mountain for so
Charlie,
long.
why do you wash your feet? Have you ever had your heels crack
Very, very
and
long time.
bleed for no
That
reason?
might be true, Taz, but I don't see anyone on the horizon who could dethrone the Phenom.
Oh man, these fans are fired up now.
They sure are, and you know that's going to have an effect on this match. Great reversal.
Oh no. Wow, that's got to be illegal.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
Oh, come on, Cole. You should let me train you. You could be Cruiserweight champ in like a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Duh. They're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE superstars.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner. I think I'll stick to announcing for now.
This is hilarious commentary from Taz. I train them to be WWE superstars. I don't train them to be...
No doubt about it. But after taking all the abuse he's taken in his career, I don't know if he's got...
I don't train them to be mindless killing machines.
Never bets against Chris Benoit, Taz. He's got a well-earned reputation for coming out ahead in just about any encounter. Wow, listen to that chant, Taz.
I'll tell you what, if you got the crowd on your side or against you, and he slipped out of that one.
Oh
These
no.
superstars have been
And then he's going to go for the Escalera.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
No doubt, Cole. There ain't no way you're going to win a match if you're out of gas 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar
Yeah, I'm
was
not
able
getting
to
a ride to
outlast
hell or
their
whatever
opponent.
it's called. Last Ride or whatever it's called these days in 2007. I'm going to just mind my own goddamn
These
business.
WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
What's up, Taz and
I'm
Michael
glad to see
Cole?
it. A WWE match isn't just about competition, it's also about entertaining the fans.
Okay, well, if that's the case, how come they got you as an announcer? I mean, that ain't exactly great entertainment, in my opinion.
You might be right, Taz.
Just let them kill
I
each
think
other.
It'd be extremely entertaining to listen to you try to call a match all by yourself.
Let them go home.
Man, I almost feel bad for JR and King, Cole. When's the last time you think they saw a match this good?
I couldn't tell you, Taz. I don't know if they've ever had anything
Bouncy,
this good on
bouncy,
Raw.
bouncy, bouncy.
Oh, jeez. Someone's voice just went up a couple octaves.
It hurts just watching it. I can't imagine how excruciating this must be. It sounds like this capacity crowd has something on their minds, Taz.
Yeah, and thousands of paying customers can't be wrong. Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight. Pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole. That don't happen too often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you, Cole, like they say, anything can happen here in the WWE. Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
Hey, you know what, Cole? If you're going to get on your high horse again and give us another lecture
What
about
else did
playing
we talk
fair,
about with
just let
Brian
it go.
Murphy?
Show up.
Is it so
We
wrong
talked
to ask
about,
a superstar to play by the rules,
his
Taz?
background
That doesn't seem to be so
in theater
unreasonable to
as a
me.
kid.
That's because you never
and I really found that
competed in a match,
interesting.
Cole. If you did, you know
Because sort
that
of
you
my
gotta do
understanding of
whatever it takes
wrestling
to
is
win.
like,
If that means bending the rules a bit,
it's
well,
theater
then
for
that's
jocks.
just the
It's
way to
live
take it,
theater
Cole.
for jocks. It's interactive live theater for jocks.
There's not a superstar in the locker
And the
room
way that he
can
talked about,
afford
like,
to ignore
okay,
these
it's
fans,
I'm
Cole.
coming from.
Oh, God. The ref's on
Whoopsie
Dream Street,
daisies.
Cole. Anything goes now.
Unfortunately, you're right, Taz. There's no one to enforce the rules until the ref revives. He wasted no time going for that pin.
But he talked about his role as the king in Once Upon a Time on a
I'll tell you, all the WWE
mattress.
superstars are legit tough guys.
And, like,
but these superstars are
learning
really
how to
raising the bar here tonight.
They sure are,
utilize his
Taz.
body
We're
language and
seeing
emphasize
some
body
great
language
intensity here tonight.
in that
And that's
role
the
and
name
how
of the
that
game,
applies
Cole,
to wrestling.
intensity. You gotta
Of
stare
course,
at
the
your
Mrs.
opponent until one of
Sampson
you can't go
name
anymore.
drop.
I think these superstars are well aware of that, Taz. I think that's exactly what they've got in mind.
We talked about 2 of Brian's recommended matches,
This
which
has been a
were
great match so far. I think it's
Jonathan
pretty
Gresham
obvious which
versus
way it's
Charlie
going.
Dempsey
really?
in
Are you willing to
TNA,
go out on a limb and
which
actually
was,
make
I
a
mean, I
guess
watched
then?
parts
There's no
of it.
guesswork
I mean,
involved,
that was
Cole. But if you're gonna
phenomenal.
be snippy, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
And then
If I knew it was
Balls
man,
Count
This
Somewhere
will not
match.
improve your odds of winning any.
You can say that again, Taz. A vicious series of
in
blows there in the
mystery
corner of the
wrestling.
ring.
Oh,
That turnbuckle is exactly where you don't want to wind up. And here's the reason
And
why.
the stipulation
much
there,
that you can do once
you know, so a
you're
Falls
in
Count
that
Anywhere
position,
match,
it
Falls
starts
Count Anywhere,
unloading on you
right?
like that.
But in this stipulation, it's set up
thing you
so
gotta
there
remember
is
about
a
the
spot
Undertaker is that
somewhere around the
50%
ring
of his style, his
where
offense, is about
the
getting
pin has to
inside
happen.
the head of his opponent. If you can keep your cool and keep your head together in the ring with him, you're halfway home.
But you're not. It looks like
Oh,
he's
here we
decided
go.
to finish off his opponent.
And what a way to do it! A tombstone power driver.
Tombstone Pile Driver.
There's the cover.
Oh.
Can he do it?
You know, Cole, I got a lot of respect for Chris Benoit, but he also jumped back and forth between Raw and Smackdown more than any other superstar. It almost looks to me like he might be choosing the path of least resistance, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I doubt that very much, Taz. Chris Benoit never runs from anything. He's no coward.
Whoa, listen, I'm not calling Benoit a coward. I'm just saying that he might have a knack for picking his spots. He's got a surgically repaired neck, don't we forget. Who's to blame him for wanting to take things easy?
Well, from what I've
Come
seen...
on,
There's
come
the
on.
cover.
No! You stupid Texas
Here's
redneck.
the pin. This could be it. Can you believe this match so far, Cole?
I really can't, Taz. This isn't anything like what I expected from these competitors.
Yeah, I gotta admit, they're surprising the hell out of me here, too.
And I think it's that unpredictability that makes these
I think it was really
superstars
funny when his
so
wife was
exciting
making
to
fun of
watch.
him for being
I
a
love
mama's
hearing the
boy
crowd
on their
come alive,
podcast.
even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too. And I do agree with what they're saying, Taz.
This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
Well, that'll probably come a little bit later on in the match. When you decide to shut your yap for a few... Uh-oh, you know what's coming next, Cole.
Tombstone pile driver. How many superstars have fallen victim to that over the years?
Here's the pin.
Oh! No, come on! Ah! Ah! I thought I broke that up. I thought I broke that up.
Here's your winner, The Undertaker.
Undertaker. Undertaker. Undertaker. Undertaker. Yeah, we just gotta stack experience points here, folks. We just gotta stack experience points. Experience points. Well, playa, you didn't win Friday night, but you didn't lose either, and that's good enough to get you to No Mercy, which is more than I can say for Chris Benoit. I just spoke with the Undertaker, and he's asked for a first blood match tonight against you. I've got no idea how you're going to bust open the dead man, but I guess that's something you'd better figure out, and fast. Holla! All right. Let's let's just wrestle this. Let's just wrestle this, and when we win, we win. And when we lose, and we have to go to the hospital. It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about control and marrying the boss's daughter.
This is the dead man's chance to prove that he is the dominant superstar here on Smackdown, Taz.
I'm not sure how much Taker's got to prove, Cole. You're talking about one of the most decorated veterans in the business here.
There's no doubt The Undertaker is a legend in his own time, Taz. Maybe see the birth of a new legend here tonight at No Mercy. Not to take anything away from him, Taz, but I don't think many people expected him to make it to No Mercy.
I gotta agree with you. Again, nothing against the guy, but he went up against two of the greatest superstars in the history of the business. I gotta say, I'm impressed.
Okay, how do we gotta get the weapons out. I need a chair or a kendo stick. Kendo stick, preferably. There was a kid in my neighborhood growing up, and, well, we were in high school, so I don't know if we were kids. We were teenagers. and I was a freshman, he was a senior, and I guess his idea of hazing was just being like very, very strange. And he was like, "Oh, you have to like come over and get hit by a kendo stick." And we were in the same band class together.
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
And you know what, Cole? If you're going to get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair, I swear to God, I'm going to throw up.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by the rules, Taz? That doesn't seem to be so unreasonable to me.
That's because you never competed in a match,
Come on,
Cole.
Taker.
If you did, you know that you got to do whatever it takes to win. If that means bending the rules a bit, well then, that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, there we go.
You know, Cole,
There we go.
who you pull for in this match.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you root for.
I never claimed to be completely objective, Taz.
On the
It's no secret
ground.
I respect superstars who stick within the rules and show some sportsmanship in the ring.
You gotta understand, Cole. I know it ain't exactly kosher.
Oh,
but
here we
you're
go.
putting your body on the line. That barricade sure ain't doing its job tonight.
It sure isn't. These fans are getting more of a show than they bargained for.
Whoa! I think these fans have got a little something they want to share with us.
That's their right, Taz. They
I
paid
want the
for
chair.
their
Give me the
tickets,
chair.
after all.
How do we grab the chair? I
Watching
want the
these
chair.
superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
Oh, come on, Cole. You know, you should let me try.
It looks like these superstars are taking this into the crowd.
These fans better stay out of the way if they know what's good for them.
How do I
The thing
grab
you gotta
it?
remember about the Undertaker is that 50% of his style, his offense, is about getting inside the head of his opponent. If you can keep your cool and keep your head together in the ring with him, you're halfway home.
But you're not taking into account the power and experience of the dead man.
Smart move right there, slamming his opponent's head into that barrier like that.
I don't know if it's smart or just plain vicious, Taz, but there's no doubt in my mind that it's going to take its toll. What brutality! There's no give whatsoever to that security barrier.
Nope, and let me tell you, that padding doesn't soften the blow much at all neither.
Oh, there we go. Oh gosh.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's
I'm just sitting there. Oh
Pure
gosh.
simple. We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole. That don't happen too often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We've both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
Oh, here we go.
I guess it just
Here we
goes to
go.
show you, Cole, like they say, anything
Come here.
can happen
Come
here
here.
in WWE.
Come here, you stupid
They're
redneck.
taking the fight into
You
the crowd,
stupid
Taz.
Texas redneck.
Yeah,
You
these
want
fans
first
better
blood?
watch out.
I'll give you first blood. Get up on this platform. Get up on this platform and fight me.
I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out, but now I got no idea how this is gonna end up.
Neither do I, Taz. And I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
No doubt, Cole. I've seen superstars get a huge advantage over their opponents and still lose the match because they got sloppy.
Anything can happen in WWE.
How do we grab
An
the
entire
table?
match can
Oh wait, no. We got it. We got
turn
it.
on one or two
Come
big
here,
moves.
come here, you
And that's
redneck.
why you can't
Let me
take
tell
your
ya.
eyes off the action for 1 second.
I don't feel
You
bad about
never
saying that
know
here.
when something huge is gonna go down. He slipped out of that one. This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the
Come on.
highlight has been so far?
Come on, chair
That'll
fight.
probably come a little bit
Come
later
on.
on in the match. When you decide to show... Oh, there they go!
The barricade couldn't contain them. What could happen next?
Nice quick count. What a chair shot. Reminds me of the old ECW days.
If that's your idea of good old days, I'm glad I wasn't around for them. I don't think there's ever been a more dominant superstar in WWE than the legendary dead man, The Undertaker.
See,
Yeah, but you can only stay on top of the mountain for so long. And the dead man's been there for a very, very long time.
That might be true, Taz, but I don't see anyone on the horizon who could dethrone the Phenom.
Not on the concrete! Not on the concrete! Oh!
Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move, in my opinion.
Well, come on. You just can't keep going
Oh my
non-stop.
gosh!
That's a good way to wear yourself out and make a critical mistake.
No, but you can't give the opponent any time to recover, neither. You gotta stay on them and wear them down.
But what about picking your spot? If you try to execute a badly timed move just because you want to stay on offense, that could have a disastrous result.
I'll tell you what, Cole. Let me talk about what it's like to be in a match like this, and you can cover what it's like to whiten your teeth. Deal?
Okay, now I have a chair. Now I have a chair.
It's so great seeing these athletes
Undertaker.
compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
Come on.
Into the crowd they go. I can't believe it.
Believe it, Cole. These superstars are nuts.
Oh, my gosh.
He dodged that bullet. These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole? You want to say that everyone wins so nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said
Come
that.
on.
I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved
Oh, that should have
deserves
gone right
credit
through,
for it.
should have gone through the table.
Listen to that chant, Taz.
I'll tell you what,
God
if you got
damn
the
it.
crowd on your side or against you, it makes a huge difference, believe me. When you see this level of competition, Cole, there is no doubt that SmackDown's just head and shoulders better than Raw.
I couldn't agree more, Taz. Raw has some incredible superstars, no question about it. But they just can't compete with SmackDown's finest.
Come on, Cole. There it is, Cole.
Oh! Let me watch the replay on that. Ooh! 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 My own bell is ringing.
Well, that was a great match, but I can't say that I'm entirely surprised.
Right into the I had right into the ring post.
Cole. Simple as that. And that's not hardly an insult considering who he was just up against.
You're right about that, and quite frankly, he should be proud that he made it as far as he did. You can't take anything away from him. He gave us a memorable pay-per-view match against a winner we can now rightfully call the most dominant superstar on SmackDown.
Come on, folks. That's good television, at least. It's good TV. It's good TV. By God! By God! It's the Undertaker! Okay, cool. Oh wait, yeah, no, we gotta save money for superstar. Or we gotta save money for superstars, for roster characters. They'll default. All right, for sure we have to up. What would be charisma? I'm not worried about charisma. I'm wearing a mask right now. Stamina would be important. We need 900 experience, though. So I think we have to go something that's a little bit more accessible right now. And I think we might have to bump up charisma here, at least for now. Let's see if I've got another 200 to spend somewhere. No, we're at... Can I... Oh, no, once you spend, you spend. Ooh, that's a tough lesson. That's a tough lesson, folks. That is a tough lesson. And I'm sure people have seen the news by now. If you're on the internet, we not only did we lose Dolly Parton yesterday, it was announced that we lost Dolly Parton today. Before we started this stream, it was announced that we also lost Tim Curry as well. Just wrong 80-year-olds, you know. Looking for a different 80-year-old next time. Dolly Parton, what did she ever do to anybody? She wrote "I Will Always Love You." Let Whitney make it a hit, and then collected all the royalty checks and thanked her for it. Thanked Whitney for it. Said, "Hey, Whitney, on behalf of myself and the IRS," that's a direct quote, "thank you for making it a hit." A traitor to SmackDown. Okay, what do we...
Hey, player, it's your general manager talking at you, and I'm wishing you good luck tonight against John Cena. Now, I know you don't need it, but you got it anyway. Now, listen up, dog. Obviously, we've got some Raw superstars in the arena tonight. Each brand's got its own entrances, exits, and locker room. So the only time you should see any Raw superstar is in the ring. But I want you to keep an eye out, because there's a lot on the line going into Survivor Series. And I don't want anyone from Raw trying to take advantage. You feel me?
Survivor Series is, the concept is different. War Games. Yeah, okay. So, War Games is blood and guts in AEW, and that's where they stick two rings next to each other and put a steel cage over it. Let's go. I love War Games. I think War Games is one of the best variations, one of the best match types. And I mean, it's not Survivor Series. It's War Games. It's a War Games match. So wait. What's the difference between Survivor Series? Yeah. Whatever, man. It's all the same. It's all the same. Hey, player, it's your general manager. As a boss, that's how I'm going to start speaking to Connor and Jared. I'm not really their boss, though. They're independent contractors. They're 1099s. Theodore Long and SmackDown superstars already working overtime to decide how to prove that SmackDown is the dominant brand of sports entertainment. The main event of the pay-per-view is, of course, the 3-on-3 elimination-style tag team match between the Tag Team Raw and Team Raw and Team SmackDown. Raw is fielding Triple H, John Cena, and Ric Flair for their team. And in SmackDown, Long shares his picks for Team SmackDown. Booker T, the 5-knuckle shuffle. I'll put the Spinaroonie up against the 5-knuckle shuffle any day of the week. Batista. Jim Ross used to say it best. He's a man, all man, and a yard wide. I can count on one hand the number of superstars who can match Batista's power. Ric Flair might have been one of the greatest superstars of his day, but there's no doubt in my mind that El Default's going to be remembered as the greatest superstar of his. Everything he does is electrifying. The SmackDown fans can't get enough of him, and neither can I, dog. Dog? I'm sorry, what? Yeah, no, this isn't important. It could be. Sent the voicemail. Getting a phone call. Albert Lee of Minnesota. Albert Lee. Who's calling me from Albert Lee, Minnesota? Let's just, okay, it's listed as potential spam. You know, when you've got family from out of state and you gotta a couple weeks ago, I get a call. My parents live in the middle of nowhere, okay? They live, like, they have cell service at their house, but it's based on their internet. So if the internet goes out, you lose cell service. There is a portion of about 15 minutes, more like 15 minutes, depending on how fast you're going, where you get off of the highway and you get out of town to their property, the 832 Media, 832 Industries secret lair, secret test facility. There's like a good segment of it where there's no cell service, and I get a random call from one of my mom's family members, and I'm like, oh, I have to pick this up because anything could have happened, you know? Anything could happen. And I think sometimes our elders forget that a random phone call in the middle of the day comes with certain levels of anxiety, right? If my mom calls me in the middle of the day, it's probably nothing, right? But if my mom's cousin calls in the middle of the day, something's up. Something's weird, right? Because if it was just like, hey, just thinking of you, you'd send a text. My generation, at least. I get it. Whatever. But he needed directions because he got lost. And I was like, oh, dang. Well, I was also about to hop in the shower. So. Ba-da-dum. Let me guess. Taz and Michael Cole are going to say about how exciting it is that I was picked.
Like him or hate him, you've got to give John Cena credit for being one of the most popular and dynamic superstars in the business today, Taz.
Well, sure. He started out on Smackdown. Remember? He beat JBL for the WWE title. Cena's got Smackdown roots. No doubt about it. And that's what makes him great.
Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the
I don't think John. I like John.
You can't see me, my time is now. In case you forgot or fell off, I'm still hot, knock your shell off. My money stacked fat, plus I can't turn the swell off. The franchise doing big business, I live this, it's automatic. I win this, so you hear those horns, you finish. A soldier, and I stay on.
Just making sure everything's working, folks. Making sure everything's working. Ric Flair. I think I've talked about this, but I did buy Ric Flair's autobiography. I did want to talk a little bit more about how Ric was trafficked as an infant, some of his early days in the AWA. If you saw the picture on the graphic for the episode, Ric Flair before the Flair early years, like different. That's a different guy. Like we gotta exit full screen. But if you look at like Ric Flair back in the day, like that is a different dude. That is a totally different dude. I'm gonna move the game back here so I have it later. My PlayStation screen, and then pull this up. But like that is a different. This is Ric Flair in Japan. Remember, Vern had a lot of context and moved a lot in Japan, and like that's a different dude than who Rick would eventually become. Like the Nature Boy, you know, the Nature Boy is so much different than Ric Flair in the early days of the NWA, where he was just kind of like, just like former football player Ric Flair, you know.
Welcome to a sold-out show
Also,
from
I
the
wanna
Great
confirm
White
some of the
North.
stories
Michael
that he
Cole
talked
and
about in
Taz
the
coming in
documentary.
tonight from Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
And they speak French up here, right, Cole? Parlez-vous français? Haha, amigo.
Better stick to your version of English, partner. No matter what language you speak, the actions of the Smackdown superstars will speak much louder than words.
Watch it. He reversed it.
No,
What a
no.
cowardly move.
Oh, come on,
He can't
John,
win
you're
fair and
better than
square,
that.
So he tries to screw his opponent out of the victory.
Hey, look, there's nothing wrong with him doing whatever it takes to win the match. If it was that bad, the ref would have DQ'd him, right?
No.
He knows his opponent is completely helpless to resist the submission hold.
And that means you gotta either dig deep and find a way to break it, or you gotta just flat out tap out. Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't ballet. You gotta go in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually stepped in between the ropes.
Let me
I
throw
don't
him
have
into
to
the...
have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing.
He likes fighting dirty, and it's easy to see why. He's pretty good at it.
He certainly is. And I hope he's proud of himself. Personally, I find it disgusting.
What would Tony Lupin say?
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. An injured superstar's like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
You got that right, Cole. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponent think you're easy pickings.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars. And here's the cover. 1, 2. Is that it?
Oh,
no,
come
only a
on.
2 count.
I love hearing
This should
the
have been a
crowd come
squash
alive.
match.
He anticipated that move perfectly.
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
Hey, you know what, Cole? Here's the pin.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
You're not going to hear me say this much, Cole, but I definitely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long feud.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and
He's going for the submission.
and he might get it. He's got that hold locked in.
He ain't taking any chances
it.
with this submission,
Break
Cole.
it.
Look at how tight he's got it locked in. Looks like he's going for it.
He sure is. The STFU is locked in.
The STFU.
And here we go with the submission hold. This could be a pivotal moment in this match.
It sure could. There's
my
a lot
gosh.
of pressure being applied in that hold, Cole.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability
stupid
here
move.
tonight.
What do you expect,
It's
Cole?
so stupid.
These are WWE
he using the
superstars.
financial shuffle, or is this the attitude
They're the
shuffle?
greatest athletes in the world.
Oh, no.
True
no,
enough,
no, no,
Taz.
no, no, no,
There's
no.
no off-season for them. There's no month or two off between matches.
There sure ain't, Cole. I mean, these guys are here week in and week out, and every night they leave it in the ring.
And they do it all. He's got his opponent on the ground. Could this be it?
This is it, all right. STFU. There's the submission hold. I've seen a lot of superstars tap out to this one, Cole.
You and me both, partner. And we might be about
On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it.
kicked out just
Yeah,
in the
I
nick
think
of
that
time.
too, John. I can do that too.
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
No surprise there, Cole. The WWE fans ain't exactly known for keeping their opinions to themselves. Man, I almost feel bad for JR and King, Cole. When's the last time you think they saw a match this good?
I couldn't tell you, Taz.
Ooh.
I don't know if they've ever had anything this good on Raw.
Me neither. Because I guess that just makes sense. I mean, after all, Smackdown is the #1 brand in all of sports entertainment.
I think these fans know
Oh,
what's
no.
coming next.
You know it, Cole. The FU. Man, get
Dude,
along
just
with
look-
that.
oh. Look at the attitude lost it now.
When you see this level, here's the pin. This
Come
could
on.
be it.
Screw you, John. Fine. Whatever. It's okay to get beat by a goat, I think.
Here's your winner, John Cena.
time to suck. The suck is now. Okay, we're going to keep it PG, Charles. We're going to keep it PG. Wow.
Oh, my God. Triple H just ambushed Booker T in the parking lot.
Looks like he hit him with a pipe.
No, not the pedigree. On the concrete floor.
Triple H is trying to take out the competition before Survivor Series. We got to get some guys down here. Whoa. Booker just got carjacked.
That's fucking
How the hell did Triple H get into SmackDown's designated parking lot? Raw wasn't supposed to have access to.
Wow. Huh. Interesting. Huh. Hunter wasn't supposed to have access to it. Interesting. We will go to computer in a minute. We need human monies. We do not have the human monies, as Danhausen would put it. We need the human monies. Someone on SmackDown must have given Triple H some help. Booker T's car was never found. There's no way Triple H got back there without being seen or being covered for. Plus, Booker was leaving the arena after a meeting of Team SmackDown, so the way I figured there were only a handful of SmackDown superstars who could have told Triple H exactly where and when to find Booker. Shane McMahon was predictably unapologetic about the attack. Survivor Series is all about proving which is the superior brand. If SmackDown can't keep its own superstars safe, what does it say about the brand's strength and unity? The name of the game is survival, not fair play. Good point, Shane. Good point. Let's go to the shop. I still want to go to the shop. Okay. Okay, Bret Hart locked. The Anvil locked. Hulk Hogan, don't care about. Cold Stone, Steve Austin, The Rock. These are all locked, but we do want Roddy Piper. Bow. Oh yeah, actually we should test that out in the creative move set. Because I'm getting kind of tired of that, like, fist drop move. We need something better. Okay, save successful. Perfect. Back. Somebody help me through this nightmare. Bow. I would just like to exit. I don't want to go. I hope we're not going to a cutscene or anything because I want to keep track. Okay, cool. Back. We just saved. Not a big deal. Perfect. All right, let's go to creative move. Let's play around in creative move a little bit. Create mode, create a move set. Because we've been playing with L Default for a little bit, and we gotta figure out what moves we can be working with here with L Default, and maybe perhaps we'll learn a little bit more about this game here. Let's go to L Default standard actions. Oh my gosh, we can go through everything here. Let's go. Okay. Oh my gosh. Ring in. Slide in. Okay. Oh. We can do. What's the outlaw? Oh, can I see it? Okay. Ring out. I love the different options. Backward ring out, normal, one handstand ring out, over the rope, quick ring out, roll down. Woman. Taunts. Ooh. Oh. Actually, we are going bang bang. Bow, 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 bow. Oh wow, we've got options here. All right, yeah. Strike attacks. Back chop. Okay. Grapple move. Submission. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Okay, yeah, this double axe handle. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah, I want to do some sort of kick. A spiral leg drop. What's the Alabama Slam? What other corner? Oh no. We're gonna go with a frog splash. Excuse me, frog splash. Okay, let's go for some other strike attacks as well. Toe kick. Fighting stance. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, we could do Kung Fu 1, Kung Fu 2, Kung Fu 3, Kung Fu 4, Kung Fu 5, Muay Thai. Dude, we are going to do Mysterious 3. Or we could do Mysterious 1. No, we want to be a little bit more There we go. Now we're talking. That's funny. That's kind of funny. Strike attacks. How do I? Oh, okay. So that's how you. Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that, I guess. Well, what's the one that I don't like? Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. Strike attacks. Yeah, that's good. Boom. That's good. I like that. Yeah, I like that. See, now this, we could change it up here. Because we're doing like a... we're doing a drop kick. Ooh. Capoeira. We might go with one of the capoeira. Oh, yeah, actually, select. What's this one? Boom. Yeah, let's go for another pretty simple kick. Yeah. What's our running strike? Oh, can we? Is there like just a straight lariat? But I guess they call it a clothesline. What's a shining wizard? Yeah, I want a shining wizard. Are you freaking kidding me? All right. We're making our freaky little dude El Default. Shout out to the one viewer currently with us. How are you doing today? Rob Van Dam. All right, get back into it with El Default.
Is that Ric Flair?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's on Team Raw. What's going on?
Is Batista the traitor?
Batista, what the hell are you doing? You just let a Raw superstar into a Smackdown part of the arena.
Hey, chill out. We're just catching up. No big deal.
No big deal? After what happened to Booker last week, you think this is no big deal? I've got a submission match against Flair tonight.
Hey, believe me, when it comes time to face him in the ring, I'll do what needs to be done. But until then, he's the guy who taught me everything I know, and I'm not going to avoid him just because Teddy Long tells me to.
You got a lot of history with Triple H, too. I don't suppose you let him over here last week.
I don't think I like where this is going. How about you just go and get ready for your match and stay the hell out of my business? Understand?
I don't know about that, Cole. I mean, I want to trust Batista, but
face it, Taz, SmackDown can't afford to blindly trust anyone. Not when there's a traitor in the ranks.
This is a submission match, so it means one of us has to submit to the other in a pause.
Woo! I think I speak for a lot of people, Taz, when I say that I'm still a little surprised Batista would let Team Raw superstar Ric Flair backstage tonight.
for once we agree. Batista is definitely an honorable guy, and he's been a great SmackDown champion.
Let's just get to it. I want to beat Ric Flair. I want to beat up Ric Flair. I want to beat up an old man.
I hope he's been brushing.
Ric Flair. The Cryptid of Tampa. He just kind of wanders around Tampa these days.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to sunny San Jose, California. You're not going to believe what we've got for you tonight.
No doubt, Cole, tonight's show's completely off the hook, as we do it West Coast style.
You got that right. And so are these San Jose fans. They can't wait to see the SmackDown superstars in action, and neither can I.
He's going for the submission.
And he might get it. He's got that hold locked in.
Get used to it early, old man.
Man, even if you end up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
What a submission maneuver. You must be familiar with this one, Taz.
Yeah, I've been on both sides of it, Cole. That's the truth. And let me tell you, it's better to give than receive. That was a textbook reversal. These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition, it's also about entertaining the fans.
Okay, well, if that's the case, how come they got you as an announcer? I mean, that ain't exactly great entertainment, in my opinion.
You might be right, Taz. I think it would be extremely entertaining to listen to you try to call a match all by yourself. And here's a little something for the fans. That's why they love him.
You know what? Who cares what they think? All he's doing here is giving his opponent a chance to recover. There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these fans, Cole.
You're right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of a job.
These superstars have been going hard all match.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
No doubt, Cole. There ain't no way you're going to win a match if you're out of gas 2 minutes into it.
Oh, my! There's the submission hold. He's in the driver's seat now.
Old man.
No doubt, Cole. If your opponent lets you lock that in, it usually means that they ain't got much left. Wow, great reversal. Oh, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move in my opinion.
Oh, come on. You just can't keep going non-stop. That's a good way to wear yourself out and make a critical mistake.
No, but you can't give the opponent any time to recover neither.
Yeah,
you gotta stay on him and wear him down.
But what about picking your spot? If you try to execute a badly timed move just because you want to stay on offense, that could have a disastrous result.
I'll tell you what, let me talk about what it's like to be in a match like this, and you can cover what it's like to whiten your teeth. Deal? These superstars give everything they got when they're in a match like this. But a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes also.
No question. If you want to make it in the WWE, you've got to sacrifice just about everything for your career. It has to be as important to you as anything else in your life.
Cole, what you got to realize, to make it in the WWE, this is not a job. This is a lifestyle.
What a deadly submission hold this is. We might see a tap out right here.
It won't surprise me one bit. The longer you stay in this, the more risk you have for serious injury.
This capacity, look at this. No fear on the face of this superstar.
Yeah, that and 50 cents will get you a cup of coffee. I think it's great that Ric Flair is still active in the business.
Submission hold locked in. We may see a tap out right here.
And even if you can't make your opponent tap out, this will take a lot of fight out of it.
Ric Flair certainly has earned the nickname the dirtiest player in the game. You can't dispute his accomplishments, but you can take issue with the way he achieved them.
Hey, Cole, ain't you ever heard of the saying, winning isn't everything, it's the only thing? Well, the Nature Boy knows that saying pretty well, and that's exactly why he's a 16-time world champ.
Yes, but if you took away every title reign that began by Ric Flair screwing somebody out of the title, that number wouldn't be nearly as impressive.
Well, I guess that's a good thing for Ric Flair then, wouldn't you say? There's only two types of guys in this business, Cole. This is very simple. There's winners, like Ric Flair, and there's losers like you. Man, you just can't put anything over on these fans.
You sure can. They see everything. He's using that ring rope in ways that it was never intended to be used.
No such thing, Cole. Smart superstars know that the ring is a weapon, and this is great strategy right here.
Big like a country ham.
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
Hey, you know what, Cole? If you're going to get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair, I swear to God, I'm going to throw up.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by the rules, Taz? That doesn't seem to be so unreasonable to me.
That's because you never competed in a match, Cole. If you did, you'd know that you gotta do whatever it takes to win. And if that means bending the rules a bit, well then, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I think these fans have got a little something they want to share with us.
That's their right, Taz. They paid for their tickets after all.
Man, I'm telling you, thank you, Captain Obvious.
I just think it's unfortunate whenever a superstar decides to cheat to win, rather than compete fairly. Each of these competitors is looking for the the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. An injured superstar's like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
You got that right, Cole. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponent think you're easy pickings.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy pickings, no matter how beaten up they get.
Oh, man, these fans are fired up now.
They sure are, and you know that's going to have an effect on this match.
This has been a great match so far, and I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, Cole. But if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Well, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago.
Come here, old man.
I love Ric Flair, Cole, I'm telling you. And I'm not ashamed to admit that I picked up a few moves from the dirtiest player in the game.
Now there's a legacy for you. How'd you like to be known as the superstar who inspired other superstars to cheat their way to victory?
Can you believe this match so far, Cole?
I really can't, Taz. This isn't anything like what I expected from these competitors.
Yeah, I gotta admit, they're surprising the hell out of me here, too.
And I think it's that unpredictability that makes these superstars so exciting to watch.
Damn it.
Seeing a match like this makes me proud to be part of this company.
I'm with you, partner. You just can't experience a thrill like this anywhere else.
And that's because you ain't gonna see athletes like this anywhere else.
You certainly aren't. They're the greatest athletes in the world. And this is the only place you'll see them doing what they do best. Wow, listen to that chant, Taz.
I'll tell you what, if you got the crowd on your side or against you, it makes a huge difference, believe me. He smells blood in the water, Cole. He's going straight for the submission.
And this could prove to be a decisive moment in this match. Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect, Cole? These are WWE superstars for crying out loud. They're the greatest athletes in the world.
True enough, Taz. There's no off-season for them. There's no month or two off between matches.
There sure ain't, Cole. I mean, these guys are here week in and week out, and every night they leave it in the ring.
And they do it all for the WWE fans, Taz. Without them, none of us would even be here.
Looks like they might be taking this match down a notch here, Cole.
The pace of the match may have slowed, but the intensity of these superstars certainly hasn't.
You could say that again. Waiting for your opponent to make a move or give an opening can be just as intense as putting him through a table.
And whether...
Oh, look at that. He's bleeding like a stuck pig.
I can't tell if that's a cut or a broken nose, but either way, the referee might need to stop this fight.
Come on,
The ref's not going to stop the match, Cole. It's just a little blood. Come on, be a man, will you?
And here we go with the submission hold. This could be a pivotal moment in this match.
It sure could. There's a lot of pressure being applied in that hold, Cole.
I think we're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight, Taz.
It's a great thing to hear, Cole. I'm all in favor of freedom of expression, whether I agree with what they're saying or not. There's the submission hold.
Come on, old man.
I've seen a lot of superstars tap out to this one, Cole.
You and me both, partner, and we might be about to see another one right here.
I've been looking forward to this match all night long, Cole.
So have I. It's certainly been one of the most anticipated matchups in recent weeks.
And usually when you have that kind of hype, it's really tough to live up. Wow, look at that submission. I ain't never seen it executed better.
Neither have I, partner, and this might be enough to get the tap out right here.
I'll tell you, all the WWE superstars are legit tough guys. but these superstars are really raising the bar here tonight.
They sure are, Taz. We're seeing some great intensity here tonight.
And that's the name of the game, Cole, intensity. You gotta stay on your opponent until one of you can't go anymore.
I think these superstars are well aware of that, Taz. I think that's exactly what they've got in mind. And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
Yeah, and you can't let that break your focus. But that's easier said than done.
These superstars are clearly giving it their all tonight.
Not a surprise there at all, Cole. I mean, tell me the last time that you saw a WWE superstar only go halfway.
I don't think I ever have, Taz. Everyone on the
Oh, man. This is just about the last hold you want to find yourself in.
I can imagine. Just look at the pressure being applied here. He knows his opponent is completely helpless to resist the submission hold.
And that means you got to either dig deep and find a way to break it, or you got to just flat out tap out. I got to tell you, I didn't expect these guys to go off on each other the way they have tonight. This has been brutal, this match so far.
Yeah, baby.
Well, Taz,
I've been locked in this hole before, and it hurts even worse than it looks.
I can't even imagine the amount of pain that this hold must inflict on any...
Yes! 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 Yeah, Ric Flair. To be the man, you gotta beat the man. Right? Right? I can't see my iPad over here.
Here's your winner,
Ric Flair, I made you bleed.
the Devil.
Not only did I beat Ric Flair, I made him give up. I made Ric Flair give up. No big deal or nothing. It was just really me just throwing him around and being like, I am going to defeat you. You are going... It was just me going, I'm going to make you lose. I'm going to make you lose. I'm going to go back and rewatch this. It's going to be really funny. It's going to be really funny. All right. Let's get technique up. Let's do that. Dude, overall 57 in like 5 sessions. This is our 5th session here, folks, together. Overall 57, not bad. We're starting to creep into what would be like NXT territory these days. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, folks, before we check out what's on the computer on the desk here, we got to take a quick union break. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes or so. I gotta take care of some things. We got business to take care of, folks. All right, I'll be right back. I'm back. 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 Dooby doo doo doo. Back. Back. Ooey ooey.
Hey, dog, it's Booker T. Listen, I heard about Batista letting Flair backstage, and I don't like it one bit. He could have been the guy who tipped off Triple H last week and led him into that parking lot. I think we need to take care of him before we get any closer to Survivor Series so we can have somebody on the team we can trust.
I I agree, Booker T. That is a smart idea.
Player, it's theater alone. Listen, Booker just called me and says he thinks Batista is our traitor. Now, I'm inclined to agree that it looks bad, but I want us to be unanimous on this before we do anything. I need you to think about it and let me know your decision.
Holla. Let me know your decision. Holla. It's very silly. It's very silly. All right, let's go into the store. We're going to buy this other superstar here. Shop. This other superstar. Booyah. Oh, yeah, let's go to the item shop. What's in the item shop that we can... Furniture... NWO, Triple H. Cold Stone Steve Austin. No, we're not doing any of the Divas poster. Pervert nonsense. We might do... Oh, actually, we might put an Eddie banner up. I mean, eventually, yeah, we will be putting up a Bret Hart banner, too. But we can put up an Eddie banner. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Can't believe we didn't get the Eddie banner earlier. Oh, my goodness. How's my bitrate? My bitrate's doing excellent. Cool. Because right now, yeah, we just have EC-Dub, and I've got the Raw one because I'm like, okay, well, I gotta have... Should probably have some sort of... brand recognition going on. There we go. Boom. See, so now we have... When we come down the stairs, we can look at Eddie. All right. Let's go. Dude, we got the TV. We got Trish Stratus. I like Trish Stratus. That was a very funny inside joke between some friends and I. We loved that. What do you mean I have unread messages? No, I have read my messages. I have read the messages. Are they emails? I don't have emails.
Player.
Hey, dog. It's Booker T.
Where are my unread messages? I read the unread message. I listened to the messages. Oh. See, now we have unread messages and notices and stuff and such. Hell, they're doing our job for us. Yeah, you're welcome, Shane. Shane.
Hey, it's Batista. So you think I'm the one who let Triple H backstage to beat up Booker T? Do you remember anything about the history Triple H and I have had? If not, let me remind you, it's all bad. But if you want to drag my name through the mud, you and I can settle this in the ring tonight.
Interesting. That's certainly something we can do tonight, I guess. No, that's why we go with black. That's why we go with black. That's why we go with black. Because at least you can still kind of see my shoulders here. Okay, we're back on this. Batista's gonna kick my ass. I'm not gonna pretend like he's not gonna kick my ass. John Cena sucks. No, he does not. He's one of my favorites. I like him a lot.
Tell me honestly, Taz, do you really think Batista could be the traitor?
Do I think he could be? Sure, he could be. I could be. You could be. But I don't think this match is gonna get us any answers.
Wow, no.
Could I be? I don't know. Could he be?
You're probably right, partner, but tempers are flaring on Team Smackdown, and this might be just what they need to let off a little steam.
Come on. You gonna do it or not? Okay, yeah. I walk alone inside this pit of danger. It's such a banger. Such a banger.
I don't think I've ever witnessed a Survivor Series where the members of a brand's team faced off against each other before the pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's kind of an unorthodox situation, but I gotta say, I don't think it's gonna help Team.
I don't think it's gonna help Team Smackdown at all. I don't know who this fella is, and he kind of scares me. Because he's got the heart like, it's Albert Molina.
Good evening, and welcome to Smackdown, coming to you tonight from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hot Atlanta is fired up tonight, Cole. No doubt about it, baby. I'm just as pumped up as this sellout crowd.
With good reason, Taz. You and I both know what's coming, and these fans are definitely getting their money's worth tonight.
Ow.
Nice quick counter.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
Come on.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. And injured superstars like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
You got that right, Cole. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponent think you're easy picking.
Well, I wouldn't. And there's the submission hold. What a deadly maneuver this is.
You're not kidding, Cole. Oh, man. This is just about the last hold you want to find yourself in.
I can imagine. Just look at the pressure being applied here.
I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too. And I do agree with what you're saying, Taz.
This is just dumb, Cole. You don't win a match by talking your opponent to death.
I disagree, Taz. Getting the crowd on your side can be a huge psychological boost.
Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. He knows his opponent is completely helpless to resist the submission hold.
And that means you gotta either dig deep and find a way to break it, or you gotta just flat out tap out.
Yeah, we gotta fix that one.
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up rope, that's hard.
Boom.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
Hey, you know what, Cole? If you're gonna get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair, I swear to God, I'm gonna throw up.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by the rules, Taz? That doesn't seem to be
Michael
so
Cole,
unreasonable.
get your sense of justice out of
Because
here.
you never competed in a match, Cole. If you did, you'd know that you gotta do whatever it takes to win. And if that means bending the rules a bit, well then, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I've been locked in this hole before, and it hurts even worse than it looks.
I can't even imagine the amount of pain that this hold must inflict on any superstar who winds up in it.
man. Even if you... Wow, look at that submission. I ain't never seen it executed better.
Neither have I, partner. And this might be enough to get the tap out right here. I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, oh my, the submission hold is locked in.
And this ain't easy to get out of either, Cole. It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
At times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show. He ain't taking any chances with this submission, Cole. Look at how tight he's got it locked in.
I see that, Taz. I wouldn't be surprised if he got his opponent to tap out right here.
Man, you just can't put anything over on these.
Great reversal.
Freak.
These superstars are on top of their game.
That's not even the
but only
Batista
one
bomb.
of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because submission hold locked in. We may see a tap out right here.
And even if you can't make your opponent tap out, this will take a lot of fight out of him. I'll tell you, all the WWE superstars are legit tough guys. But these superstars are really raising the bar here tonight.
They sure are, Taz. We're seeing some great intensity here tonight.
And that's the name of the game, Cole, intensity. You gotta stay on your opponent until one of you can't go anymore.
I think these superstars are well aware of that, Taz. I think that's exactly what they've got in mind.
These superstars give everything they got when they're in a match like this. But a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes also.
No question. If you want to make it in the WWE, you've got to sacrifice just about everything for your career. It has to be as important to you as anything else in your life.
Cole, what you got to realize...
And here we go with the submission hold. This could be a pivotal moment in this match.
It sure could. There's a lot of pressure being applied in that hold, Cole.
Good God, it's the first time.
This capacity crowd is making their
goodness.
opinions known tonight.
No surprise there, Cole. The WWE fans ain't exactly known for keeping their opinions to themselves.
What a deadly submission hold this is. We might see a tap out right here.
It wouldn't surprise me one bit. The longer you stay in this, the more risk you have for serious injury. He's 3 seconds away from a win.
Yeah, after that sequence of me on the mat like that, there was no way I was getting out of it, honestly. I wasn't going to be able to speed anything back up. Rally the crowd behind me. Oh, jeez.
To tell you the truth, Taz, I don't think that's a victory to celebrate under the circumstances. I think every Smackdown superstar lost in that one.
I gotta agree, and don't forget, it looks like we're still not any closer to proving if Batista is a traitor or not.
All right, folks. Well, I think that was the last match that we're gonna play today. We've been streaming almost for 3 hours now. But we're gonna watch the fallout here and see if there is any fallout before we get back to the locker room and wrap up for the day here today. But again, make sure to check out the podcast. Listen to it wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Spotify code up here. We're gonna check out the fallout here first.
Man, I can't wait to get me a piece of that traitor, Batista. That sucker set me up for an ambush. Now I'm gonna show him what it felt like. When we get in that ring, just stay out of my way. You dig?
I dug. It has been dug, Booker. Oh, we're going to face him together. It's as a handicap match now. maintains that he's not the traitor on SmackDown. General Manager Theodore Long has approved a handicap match pitting Batista's Team SmackDown teammates against him tonight. There ain't a doubt in my mind Batista set me up for Triple H to take out, and I'm looking for some payback. I'm not all about to let Batista set SmackDown up for another invasion by a Raw superstar. Not only do I have my career to think about, I've got to protect SmackDown too. Let's look at the facts. Batista was one of the only superstars who could have set up Booker, and he was tight with Triple H and Ric Flair from Team Raw when he was first got into this business. It doesn't take Sherlock Holmes to put 2 and 2 together to get 4. It'll be the main event on SmackDown next week when we come back for post-episode premiere on the C Show. Of course, again, the podcast, wherever you get your favorite podcasts. We talked to Brian Murphy, who's one of AXW's co-commentators. He is also an independent wrestler here in the area, local area, Philadelphia area. He's a cool guy, funny guy. We talked about his experience in theater as a kid and how that sort of improvisational skills he's been able to transfer over into wrestling. And the influence there. We also talked a lot about people that he used to watch as a kid and now watching as an adult. We talked a lot about Hechicero. Hechicero rules. On the AEW side of things, we talked about, of course, the 4-way TBS Championship. Maya World succeeds against Chris Statlander, Hikaru Shida, and Persephone to continue to hold the TBS Championship. And in AEW, or in the AEW Continental Challenge Cup, we've got our Final Four. What is it? Moxley, Castagnoli, Kyle O'Reilly, and Nigel McGuinness. Nigel fighting through injury to push through to the next round here. Will he make it to the final at All In? Listen, we will be knowing more about the Continental Challenge Cup, the semifinals. The semifinals happen tonight in the recording in Glasgow, Scotland. When they record tonight. So they probably are recording right now, honestly. And then they're going to broadcast it later. Bow. And then All In this Sunday. Of course, we'll have our review and recap next Wednesday. Stay tuned here. Make sure that you're tuned to us. Twitch.tv/CShowPod. Thank you so much for joining us. And as always, thank you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.